I feel like it's the perfect opportunity to like find yourself. Traveling all over the world, the place that you want to see is an experience. I'm single, you can see things all over the world. Like I said, you can network with people. I'm single, I don't have any kids, I'm single, you know, like. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Janae, aka The Ravishing Nay. I know guys, I have not posted a video in like a month. A freaking Sundays, literally I think it was like a month, but I'm back and I'm better. I was so busy, which is like one of the main topics of this video, why I was busy, what's new, you know, checking in. So guys, if you don't know, I am currently in Los Angeles, California. You guys, I was so serious about leaving and coming to Cali. Like, if you've known me all of my life, then you know that I've always wanted to live in California. The reason why I am in California is because number one, I love California, and number two is I am officially a traveling nurse. Yes! Oh my God, I've been wanting to do travel nursing for a long time. I always wanted to be a labor and delivery travel nurse, but I've always wanted to start travel nursing at this age, around 24 years old. So I was like, ugh. One day I just woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Like, so that's what I'm doing, and that's what this video was about. Everything you need to know about travel nursing and why did I become a travel nurse and all the pros and cons. Everything you need to know about travel nursing right here, right now. Get ready. To all my loyal subscribers and followers, you guys should have been expecting this. When I was talking about how much nurses get paid, I kind of gave everybody a little hint. Let's talk about the highest paying states, because Janae is about to pack some bags, baby. I'm ready to pack up and dip. So you guys, California. I'm ready to pack up my bags, find me a little basketball player in Cali, make this bank, you know, be a nurse, be hanging out with, you know, with the celebrities and all that, you know, and just live my best life. I was super excited about California, you guys. Plus, being a travel nurse, I was like, I'm doing it. I am doing it. So what is travel nursing? Travel nursing is exactly what it sounds like. It's a nurse who travels. That's it. When you're a travel nurse, you're basically filling in temporary spots for hospitals that need help. So how to become a travel nurse, or what are the requirements for travel nursing? For most agencies, you have to have a year or two experience in your specialty. So like I said, like you guys already know, I'm an ICU nurse. I'll just keep using me for an example. I wouldn't be able to be a travel nurse if I was working for 5 months. You usually have to have a year or two. Some agencies may let you have 6 months, but you know, you really want to be experienced and you really want to know what you're doing, because when you go into the hospital and you're working as a travel nurse, you don't have a long orientation. You rarely will be shadowing, maybe like a day of shadowing, but you're kind of just like not on your own, but you just are expected to know what you're doing. So that's why you have to have like 1 to 2 years of experience. Some people like to wait a little bit longer. With me, I'm a really fast learner. I catch on to things really quick, and I'm really easy to get along with, and I am not afraid to ask for help if I need help. So I feel like 2 years of experience was enough for me. So I got my 2 years and I was out the door. You apply by researching traveling agencies. So you're working under a traveling agency, but you're working for a hospital. So you'll research the travel agencies. There's so many different traveling agencies that you can go with. You basically just go with whoever you want. I've looked at the rating, and I've also asked a few friends I know a couple people who've done travel nursing, so I kind of got their opinion and just went with that too. So when you apply, you put in like basic information, and then usually somebody will contact you from their traveling agency. Sometimes it's kind of like filling out a job application. An agency will contact you, and then you should just get started. If you have the requirements, it shouldn't take a long time for an agency to reach you. Once you pick your agency that you want to go with, then they'll talk to you about what hospitals are needed. They'll ask you, where do you want to go? You'll fill out some more information. They'll tell you like the different pays in different areas. But me, I knew I wanted to go, so I was like, look, I want to go to LA. Find me something in LA. After you guys pick a location, then your recruiter is somebody from the agency. So after you fill out all of the information, all of the paperwork that the agency needs you to fill out, your recruiter will then send you hospitals that need your help. It is then your turn to look up those hospitals and see which one best fits you. And then after that, you may have an interview for some. Some people may need you so much that they won't even give you an interview. You're just automatically hired. You'll look at the pay. They'll show you the pay right away. And then you contact your recruiter and you tell your recruiter which ones that you like. Like, you don't have to pick one hospital. Like, I picked about like 6 hospitals. And I'm like, give me one of these hospitals. And that's what they did. Whoever needed me the most, who had the quickest availability, the most money. Your recruiters are really cool. They try to like, get you what you want. And then after that, the recruiter will help you with your process of getting here and starting. So that's basically how you apply and all the requirements. I kind of broke down the whole process, but yeah. So my next thing that I had written down was, how does it work? And I feel like I kind of answered that already. So you find an agency, you get a recruiter, you fill out a lot of paperwork, they send you hospitals, you pick hospitals, you get the interview, you get a job. It's a little bit more that goes into it, I can't really sit here and say every single step, but I feel like I gave you guys a lot of information on the process of how to get in. It's not really that hard. It's honestly, I feel like it's easier than trying to find a job on your own and everything like that, because the recruiters are doing the heavy work. They're the ones contacting these hospitals and, oh my God, guys. My allergies are acting up. That's why I have a red nose and my freaking nose is running. So don't judge me. But yeah, the recruiters got your back, guys. So find an agency, find a hospital, pack your bags, and you did. So as a travel nurse, you can do like 4 to 6 week assignments. You can do 3-month assignments. You can do 6-month assignments. You can do, I don't even know if you can do a year assignment, but it's really what you want to do. You can, like, that's what I love about travel nurses, because it's like, it's whatever you want. But a lot of travel nurses do 3-month assignments. That's currently what I'm doing for right now. But I know I'm gonna love it so much, I'm probably gonna stay here forever. My next assignment is definitely gonna be here, and I'm gonna look for a 6-month assignment. But I'm getting off track. Assignments, you're not gonna wanna stay in a freaking hotel for 3 months, so we have to talk about housing. Now, this is the tricky part about travel nursing. You can either, 1, let your recruiter and the agency pick your housing for you. Now, if they pick your housing for you, you will probably be living in a beautiful apartment with freaking services at the door, pool, balcony, washer and dryer, and units. You may just have a good setup like that. But the one great thing about travel nursing is that your agency gives you a stipend that's stuttering. Every time it's about money, I'm stuttering. That is tax-free. It's a tax-free stipend that you get every paycheck. We usually get paid every week. That's another bonus. But it's a tax-free stipend from the agency that you just get for your pockets, right? But if you let them choose the housing, 9 times out of 10, you will not get your stipend, because the recruiters and the agency are going to look for the most expensive housing out there. So they'll probably take away from your stipend. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you can find your own housing And the perks about finding your own housing is that you can see how your house is going to look before you get it. You know, you get your stipend. So, you know, if you pick a house that's $900 a month and they're giving you $1,500 a week for a stipend, you okay? Like, so I know a lot of nurses that does not go with company housing, corporate housing. They find their own housing and they get that money, okay? That's the smart thing to do. But for example, you know, I'm gonna keep using me for example, I am in Los Angeles, California, and the cost of living is the devil. But I've decided to find my own housing and take the stipend. It's really, it can be tough finding housing. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to find a regular apartment and you have to get approved and you have to put in like a down payment and then you have to pay for utilities, you know, that could be a little hard. So sometimes you just already have to have your stuff together before deciding you want to travel. But there's also things like Airbnb. Airbnb does long stay apartments, houses, rooms, studios. It's a lot of different things, and you don't have to pay for utilities. Just pay the Airbnb people per month. There's also an app that's for travel nurses called Furnished Finders, and that's specifically for professionals that travel, and majority of those people who use Furnished Finders are travel nurses, so they're used to us. That's another option. You know, VRBO, that's another option. If you're traveling and you know somebody in the state you're going to, you can always stay with them. You know, there's so many options with housing, and it can be difficult or it can be easy depending on the person. But I definitely decided to take my stipend and find my own apartment, which was very, very difficult, but I'm here and I have it, so I'm happy. How to find an agency. I feel like I touched on this too. Literally, guys, I went to google.com and I typed in, you know, top 5 California traveling agencies. And I found a few traveling agencies. And that's just what I decided to do. Now, with being a travel nurse and finding a travel agency, just know you're not dedicated to one traveling agency. You know, it's not like they work for you, but you kind of got to be your own boss when you're a travel nurse. After your first assignment, you know, you can go with a different agency that's going to offer you more money, or more money for a stipend, or they offer you different, you know, hospital, because some agencies already have an alliance with certain hospitals. So yeah, you can like go wherever you want and do whatever you want. Sometimes they'll have like events where like there's hundreds of traveling agencies there, and they'll set up a table and you can go and you can talk and learn more about these agencies and what they do and what's special about that agency. You can also get like a referral from your friends or Instagram. There's so many different ways to find agencies. You just go and you research, and voila, you got yourself an agency, you got yourself a recruiter, you got yourself a job, and you're gonna be traveling looking like a baddie, period. So, how much money do travel nurses make? The answer to that is really kind of vague, like, because every travel nurse will make different pay. Depending on if you negotiate, depending on the agency, depending on the hospital you're working at, depending on the need, depending on the hours, depending on the location, the state. So everything kind of depends, you know what I mean? But I will tell you this, most travel nurses get paid weekly. You usually get paid more as a travel nurse than the people who actually work at that hospital. Plus, you get a stipend from your agency on top of your paycheck every week. So I hope that could kind of give you a little idea about how much travel nurses make. The pros and cons of travel nursing to me are, let's start off with the pros. I think the pay is definitely a pro. You know, if I'm going to be working 12 hours as a nurse, a regular nurse, and then a travel nurse will be working those same 12 hours, and they're still a regular nurse, they're just traveling, but but they're making twice as much as I'm making. Why am I not a travel nurse? Like, that's what I had to think to myself when I was in Philly. I'm like, you know, why? They're making way more money. So I think the pay is definitely a pro. I also think the personal autonomy is definitely a plus. You know, you really get what you want, and you get to choose how you want to live and what you want to do. So I really love that as well. Also, you get a chance to network. I've been out here for 4 days and I already have about like a handful of friends, and I already know so many nurses in California that I'm ready to link up with, collaborate with, different, you know, different things. It's like, it's so exciting. I love meeting new people. I love networking. I love just seeing how other people like seeing how other people do things, seeing how other nurses do things, meeting other nurses, meeting new friends that are nurses all around the world. Like, I think that's so decent. So it's like, you never know, you know, what you're destined to experience when you're somewhere other than your hometown where you know everybody and everything like that. My hair is getting on my nerves. Another pro is the experience, just to travel around the freaking world. That is an experience because you just get to see and explore and have fun when you're not at work. Now, the cons that I would say so far, you know, this is my first assignment. I haven't started working yet, didn't get my paycheck yet, you know. So I really don't have any cons yet until I'm like a full experience, you know, a couple months and a year and probably like 3 assignments into the game, whatever. And I will definitely update you guys on pros and cons of travel nursing when I become more experienced. But I think the only cons that I have so far are cancellations. You know, hospitals really need you so bad, but when they don't need you, they drop you. So it's kind of crazy. Like, it's like you get paid so much money to come out here and to work in these hospitals, but when the hospital doesn't need you anymore, they'll happily cancel you. Because why are we paying this nurse who's just regular, like these other nurses, all of this money when we don't even need her no more? We don't even need him or her anymore. So they'll cancel you and you'll be without a job. But it's your recruiter and it's the agency that is supposed to jump in and find you another job. So that's okay, but we never really know how fast that process is going to be, if it's going to be in the area that you're paying rent in, you know. So it's kind of like a scary thing. It's like you never really know. It's like Russian roulette or something. Like, you never know when you're about to get popped, when you're about to get dropped. Feel me? No, seriously, I need to be serious because I don't take. But no, that's very, like, for example, I was supposed to be starting today. Today was going to be my first day at work. It is Labor Day. So the 2 nights before I flew out here, I got a phone call from my recruiter saying that they pushed me back 2 weeks. So I will be now starting on the 21st. That kind of pissed me off, only because I was ready to come up here. I've already paid my rent. I've already had my car shipped here, you know, like, so it kind of made me like mad. But at the same time, this is what travel nurses go through because it's temporary. So it's kind of like I had to suck it up and I'm just gonna have to wait. But that's definitely the biggest con I think any travel nurse would say. Getting canceled from your assignment and having to find a new job. You're on like a hunt because you still have bills. Baby, time and bills do not stop. They will keep going, okay? So, you know, I just hope and pray I don't get canceled. I already got postponed. I cannot get canceled because I'm already in LA. But if you're in a big city like me, there's tons of hospitals that need travel nurses. So I'll be okay. Last question before I wrap it up. Why did I decide to become a travel nurse? And the answer is, I became a travel nurse because I feel like it's the perfect opportunity to like find yourself. You know, you're traveling all over the world. The place that you want to see is an experience. I'm single. You can see things all over the world. Like I said, you can network with people. I'm single. I don't have any kids. I'm single. You know, like this is my first time where I'm living on my own and I can like learn myself a little bit more, learn how to live on my own and do things on my own. Plus I'm single. Oh my God, like you guys, I play so much, but I'm so serious. Like this is the perfect time. So that's why I decided to become a travel nurse. I also want to see like how other hospitals run, how other ICUs run, the different type of patients, you know, the different lifestyles. Like I'm all about scenery. I'm all about like just, you know, new things. I love new things. So, and I love being temporary. I don't like staying at a place for a long time. Like that's the type of nurse I am too. I like to be like in and out. Like I don't know. So I think I'm gonna stick with this for a little bit, you know, and we'll see how everything is. So I will definitely keep you guys updated, and I'm so excited. As you can see, I have not stopped smiling this whole entire video. My cheeks are burning, but the sun is starting to set a little bit, and I am about to go out, probably get some dinner, meet up with some friends, you know, kick it the Cali way. I'm a West Coast shorty now. So yes, you guys, I think this will be my permanent place, but I'm definitely going to keep traveling. So yeah, like I know I was like all over the place. Sorry, but I think I touched everything that I really need to touch on that I know of so far. So you guys, I shall see you in my next video, which will be very, very soon. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do not hesitate to ask me questions. I will answer every question. I don't even care if you ask me what color scrubs I have to wear, which is any color, which is another bonus. But yeah, ask me anything. You know, like if I didn't touch on everything, just let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to as well. Hit that bell so you can know when this beautiful face, when this ravishing face pops back up on your YouTube timeline. And yeah, that's it, guys. Love you. Bye.
Look, pop smoke, I'm on some West Coast. Hey, New York, I got a West Coast. Huncho on that West.